Okay, so in previous class we discussed about the difference between array list and linked list and vector, and where we have to use which collection class that we have discussed. So highly, let me recall what we have discussed. Basically, array list and linked list and vector. Array list is index based. When we wanted to do the frequent fetching operations, we should go for a array list. I have discussed why and how that implementation will happen internally, and when we have the frequent delete operations, we have to go with the linked list. When we have the frequent insertion, we should go with the vector. So in today's class we are going to discuss about the set. So what is set, what are the different classes that we have? So already we have discussed what is set and what are the three different classes we have, and we will try to execute, and we will see different behavior that we can while executing the hash set and linked hash set and the tree set, right? So set is an interface which will allow us to remove the duplicate. It will not allow the duplicates. Actually, if I wanted to remove something duplicate insertion, then we will go for the set, right? So what is the syntax and how we can define syntax, and what are the different classes that set is having, that we're going to discuss now. And let me write this class name as set demo, right? So I have written like this. Now this class is done, and main method. So now what we'll try to see is how to declare a set. Okay, so three different classes is there: hash, set, and as like a generic format. So hs, here is an object, this is your choice, equals to new hash set, right? So this is the syntax for declaring the hash set. So this is how we will declare the hash set. So hash set string object equals to new hash set. This means this is the class which will allow only string. So what it means basically, as we discussed earlier, hash set which is extends the string. Why it is extend the string? When we insert some values to validate those elements or objects are string values or not, right? So if I wanted to insert object dot add, I cannot insert one. The reason because this class, string class, will verify the value whether it is string value or not. If it is not string value, it will give the compile time error, right? If it is a string value, then it will allow. For example, if I'm writing the string, so let me write the string here, you can see what will happen. So when I write the string Nihan, and it will allow the value. So what you understood from this syntax basically, so there is a class that is hash set. This is a collection class which will allow us to insert the unique entries. So now what I'm doing again, object dot add, I'm adding Nihan again one more time. Okay. And object dot add money. Okay. And object dot add money price I'm adding. Right? If I'm printing object, that is set object, see what will happen. So it will print only Nihan and money. Actually, how many elements that we inserted? Basically, we have inserted the 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. But how many inserted and how many values that we can see? We can hardly see 2 elements. Why we can see 2 elements? The reason because it is removing the duplicate entries, right? So now what we will try to discuss here, the moment, the first time insertion, when you store or when you save the element in the hash set, it will return true. So basically the return type of add method is return type of add method. Return type of add method is true. Okay. And inline parameter would be object. So if you are declaring a string hash set, you have to store the string. If you declare integer hash set, you have to store the integer. If you declare the boolean, you have to store the boolean. So inline parameter would be object. Okay. So now object dot add neon and object dot add neon money. When we try to print, it is printing only two values. The reason because it is adding only one time. When there is a duplicate entry, it is removing. So let me do sysout statement. You can see what will happen. So here you can do the observation, then you can able to identify what will happen here. So the first time I am inserting the neon, and we will see what will be the output, and we will try to add this object dot add string value. Okay. And again you are adding the same value, and we will try to see what is the return type. We'll try to see what is the return type. Let me run and let me show you what will happen. Okay. See, first time returning true and second time returning false. What that means basically, boss, when you inserted first time, that is inserted properly into hash set. When you insert again the same value, that is returning false because it is already present. I haven't inserted, that's why I'm returning false. If you take the same scenario here, the first time you can see the insertion will happen, and the second time insertion will not happen. So let me do the same thing here. Okay. Okay, next, now you can run and see what will happen. First returning true and false. Next returning true and false because money is inserted once. You are trying to insert them again. Then what will happen? It is returning the false. What you have understood from this? Basically, hash set is allowing the unique entries. Duplicate entries are removing. So we cannot store the duplicate entries, right? Likewise, we will have all the predefined methods, remove or contains or get, all the methods, whatever the methods that is present in the array list, all the methods will be applicable for a hash set. You can able to perform the all the operations. Okay, add all and remove contains, everything will be same. You have to execute and let me know if you have any questions. And here I wanted to discuss couple of more things which is not there in the array list or linked list. All right, so what I'm trying to show you is, so let me add a multiple values. Okay, object dot add addition and object dot add the object dot add Siri, object dot add Siri again. Okay, so here is, you have added the multiple values, right? Now I'm printing it and you'll see what will happen. Deep and Nehan Siri receive money. So something we have to identify is, we have inserted the Nehan first, and we have inserted the Nehan again, and we have inserted the money third. and we have inserted the money fifth again. Okay, let it be. It is removing since it is duplicate. That is nature of set. That is okay. But something you have to identify here is, boss, I am inserting Nihan first, but Nihan I can see in the second position. I'm inserting money second place. I can see money placed in the last. If I run now, you can see first I'm just copying this order and run again and execute. So whatever copied I did earlier. So earlier this is the flow, and again it is the flow. If you see something here, it is missing. What is missing? Basically insertion order. So how you stored actually, that is not coming up. So it is jumbling elements, whatever the elements that there inside the hash set, that elements are jumbling actually, if you see, right? So to avoid such kind of scenarios, there is a class in a set to handle the insertion order, that is called linked hash set. Okay, linked hash set string of LH equals to new linked hash set, right? So if you are storing this values, same values I'm storing and same order I'm storing, and we'll see what will be the output here. And system.out.println, let me print this object and we'll see what will happen, right? So now let me run this and you can tell me the observation, what is happening here. Here, if you see the second scenario, same values are inserted. One is common. The common nature of these two classes are removing the duplicates. Okay, common feature is removing the duplicates. Something you have to identify, extra feature that linked hash set is offering. You inserted Nihan first. Nihan is first position. And second Nihan, it is not inserted because it's set removing. And third element is money. And you can see money next. And next one is money, money. Then again remove. Next is receive. Next is deep. Next Siri, Siri, one Siri removed and Siri. What happened here? Here it is following the insertion order. So what is the difference between hash set and linked hash set? Both are the classes which we will use to remove the duplicates. When it comes to linked hash set, it will remove the, it will follows the insertion order. Both will remove the duplicate, but it is follows the insertion order, where hash set will not follows the insertion order. Well and good. Now we discussed about the one more class, that is the tree set, right? Tree set, right? So let me declare the tree set string ts equals to new tree set, and I'm adding the same values, and let me see what will happen. Okay, so now we'll see what will happen. Let me print the trees and we will see what is the difference. Here you can see first D and next M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Here you can see alphabets, right? It is printing ascending order. First, this element starts with D. When at an ascending order, it should come first. Money. After D, we can see money. Next Nihan, next Rishi, next Siri. Right? So what is happening here? It is following the insertion order. But what is the common nature that we will have? Hash set, linked hash set, and reset. Everybody having the nature of removing the duplicate. No class is allowing to insert the duplicates. Everybody is removing the duplicates. But apart from that, every class having their unique nature, where hash set will not follow the insertion order, where linked hash set they have designed to handle the insertion order, where tree set they have designed to follow the ascending order. So it will insert the values in ascending order. Let me take, if it is an integer, what will happen, we'll see. Okay, so now I am writing as an integer, right? So here I'm adding 56, here I'm adding 1 or 2, here I'm adding 57, here I'm adding duplicate again 2, here I'm adding duplicate again 1, and here I'm adding 5 or 4, here I'm adding 4 again, and here I'm adding 99, here I'm adding 27. Let me print, we'll see what is happening. 1, 2, 4, 27, 56, 57, 99. Again, it is ascending order. No matter what values or what wrapper class or data type that you have inserted as an element, no matter, it is applicable for all the data types that we are trying to insert it. Right? So this is the reset. Now we are clear with what is the hash set, what is the linked hash set, what is the tree set. So all having the same nature, that is removing the duplicates. It is allowing only the unique entries, right? Apart from that, what is the major advantages that we are getting with hash set, linked hash set, tree set? Or hash set is the predefined class which will allow or it will not follows the insertion order. Okay, where linked hash set also class which is extends the set interface, means it is removing the duplicate, and advantage that we are getting is insertion order. So how you are storing the element, the same way that will store the element into the linked hash set. Where tree set is the predefined class which implements the set, means it is removing the duplicates. At the same time, here you can see, here I have added 2 twice, but you can see it is printed only once. You can see I have added 4 twice, but here it is printing only once. Only advantage that we are getting is it is following the insertion order, right? So these are the 3 classes, and we discussed about the add method. Add is a predefined method which we will use to add the elements into the set. Okay, so return type of this add method is boolean. For all the classes, the return type is boolean. At the same time, inline parameter would be object. If you are storing integers, you can consider that is an object. If you are storing string, you can consider that as no string object. If you are storing boolean, you can consider that as a object. Clear?